If you're an Android user, you're probably wondering which is the best Wear OS watch you can buy right now. And honestly, I can't blame you, as there are several great options available. Among them, the new Google Pixel and Samsung Galaxy Watch 5 stand out as some of the best smartwatches in the market. And yes, at first glance, they do share a lot in common. However, they also offer very different experiences, and each excels in its own unique details. So, which one should you buy? Let's take a closer look to find out. For more information and up-to-date prices, check the link in the description box below. The Samsung Galaxy Watch 5 is priced at $227.69 for the 40mm Bluetooth model, but the 40mm LTE model starts at $269.99. The price goes up to $259.99 and $299.99 for the 44mm configurations for Bluetooth and LTE respectively, and reasonably. Some think bigger is better, but what do you think? Let us know in the comments below. The Samsung Galaxy Watch 5 Pro, the new rugged model, costs $399 for Bluetooth and $429.99 for LTE, and it comes in just one size, 45mm. The Pixel Watch, on the other hand, costs $292.02 for a GPS and Bluetooth-only configuration, while the LTE-compatible version costs $366.29. In terms of design, the circular Pixel Watch is quite the strong minimalist. You're probably wondering what that means. It simply means that the Pixel Watch is a gentleman. Unselfish, uncluttered, yet simple. Proven by its single size of 41mm. The face features a rounded design with a 3D glass dome, giving the watch a certain kind of look that sends butterflies into your stomach. This raised effect distracts from the display's thick bezel, but doesn't change the fact that a good chunk of the display is unusable. Nevertheless, it seems like no mistake that the Pixel Watch is a dark mode device. But you could turn on the lights if that helps. The interface and all of Google's watch faces have black backgrounds to further conceal the bezel. The only watch face that amplifies in the bezel is the Google Photos watch face, which, from a personalization perspective, I quite fancy, even if it emphasizes the watch's small size. Don't tell the watch I said that though, it's quite sensitive about it. There have been some complaints of OLED burn-in for the Pixel Watch display, but Google says that what users are seeing is actually image retention and that it is shifting pixels often to avoid burn-in. You know, like a shapeshifter, but not. The digital crown on the side looks quite similar to the Apple Watch's digital crown, complete with some tactile grooves. So who's copying whom? Above the digital crown, the Pixel Watch has a small button that opens recently used apps with a short press, which is a convenience that only came to the Apple Watch's side button late last year. A long press of that button wakes up the ever-slumbering Google Assistant. Way to go, Pixels! In terms of color availability, the Pixel Watch comes in 3 colors: silver, gold, and black, while the Google Watch has a selection of compatible bands to shop from. The standard Galaxy Watch 5 is sleek and sporty looking, also with a round face. Like round's the only shape in geometry. It features a reshaped curvature on the bottom, creating more surface area for watch-to-skin contact and, in effect, creating more accurate health data collection. Health is wealth, but you knew that already, didn't you? Also, the display is now made of sapphire crystal glass, which is supposed to be 60% stronger than before. Pitched as a more premium yet outdoor sports-friendly companion, the Galaxy Watch 5 brings back the distinct, contemporary stylings we were introduced to with 2021's Watch 4. If you're coming from a Galaxy Watch 3 or Watch 4 Classic though, everything's very different. There's no rotating bezel in sight. Instead, you interact with an invisible digital bezel around the screen. If you're new to the Galaxy Watch line, the core watch screen is one side of a polished metal disc, while on the reverse is the heart rate monitor and other health sensors. A brushed aluminum frame contrasts against the polished disc nicely, holding it in place, while also playing host to the 2 buttons on the right side and the arms that connect the watch body to its bands. The smaller 40mm model comes in graphite, black, pink gold or silver, while the larger 44mm version swaps out pink gold for sapphire, a muted mid-tone blue. With Samsung's bespoke service, available on Samsung.com, the range of color options goes far beyond those 4 options. Bespoke is a service that lets you mix and match straps with the watch body, and it spans more than just wearables, as the Galaxy Z Flip 4 also lets buyers customize their foldables. On the Watch 5, once you've picked your case color, you can choose from a range of bands. There are 11 sports band colors. The Sports is the default band that ships with the Watch 5. 2 D-buckle sports bands, the default band type that ships with the 5 Pro, and a Global Goals band, a hybrid leather band, ridged and extreme sports bands, and finally, a Milanese band. The Watch 5's silicone band material is also hairy wrist friendly and has a perpetual matte texture that keeps it from tugging on the skin too. Technically speaking, your wrist will thank you. For someone not used to wearing a smartwatch, the Watch 5 is a soft landing when it comes to comfort. It isn't too big, and the default sports strap keeps it in place. Despite offering bigger batteries in this year's lineup, making both sizes about 3 grams heavier, the footprint of the Watch 5 hasn't grown at all compared to the Watch 4. Side by side though, the sensors on the watch's undercarriage do poke out a little more than on 2021's model. This isn't just to accommodate the bigger batteries. Samsung says this results in more accurate tracking. Interacting with the watch is intuitive enough. It's a story of swipes, taps, button presses, and guess what? You're the main character. But you already knew that. The right-hand buttons have reassuring click feedback, and the screen is responsive to the touch, as is the digital bezel. Samsung's Watch 5 also benefits from IP68 certified ingress protection against dust and water, swim-proofing up to 5 ATM, and MIL Standard 810H approval, meaning it's tested to withstand challenging conditions, including hard knocks and drops, temperature extremes, and more. From a features perspective, the Google Pixel Watch and Galaxy Watch 5 are both Wear OS watches, but the experience is quite different. The Pixel Watch has practically every Google app built in, while the Galaxy Watch 5 only has Google Maps, Gmail, and Google Assistant. But as Samsung tailors Android OS for its smartphones, Wear OS powered by Samsung presents an exclusive user experience. It has several Samsung programs, and the primary fitness tracking platform is Samsung Health. Meanwhile, the Google Pixel Watch uses Fitbit for all fitness tracking. The Galaxy Watch 5 has some notable sensors, including a bioelectrical impedance analysis (BIA) system for measuring body composition, and the Samsung Galaxy Watch 5 skin temperature sensor, which is new by the way. On the other hand, the Pixel Watch only has a rate sensor and SpO2 sensor. As for battery life, the Galaxy Watch 5 has a 15% bigger battery than the Galaxy Watch 4, promising up to 50 hours of battery life. That's about 10 more hours than before, and also falls around 2 days. Samsung rates the outdoor sports Galaxy Watch 5 Pro watch for 80 hours of battery life, so that it can keep up with adventures that require GPS use. The Google Pixel Watch battery life is rated for just 24 hours of battery life. Definitely not as cute. All in all, while current Pixel phone users can use any of the best Samsung watches, some features are tailored to those with Samsung phones. Now, those with Pixel phones have a smartwatch made for their product ecosystem. So if you have a Pixel phone, the Pixel Watch is better for you. You know, like the Batman and Robin combo. But if you have a Samsung phone, you should stick with the Galaxy Watch 5. The Galaxy Watch 5 is the stronger overall smartwatch, having an advantage in terms of maturity. That said, neither of these watches are particularly my favorite for fitness tracking. If you're looking for a watch that can help you get more active, check out our thoughts on the Apple Watch Ultra, as well as our previous review of the Apple Watch Ultra versus Garmin Fenix 7. For more information and most updated prices, check the links in the description box below. And don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and hit the bell icon so as never to miss any of our upcoming videos.